Okay, folks, right, what I done yesterday, I did post on Instagram actually, is I printed on some book pages. Okay, I make sure they're cut straight. I put them through my inkjet. It's not laser, so I can't coffee stain or anything, so I have to do inking and things like that. Well, don't get me wrong, I can coffee stain, but I'm going to try and do it sort of without really. Some of them I actually put through twice, and these turned out absolutely brilliant. So I just chose a few patterns that had transparent backgrounds or very light backgrounds. Okay, which then because these were quite white, so they've ended up quite creamy. This one I actually printed on first in the background, then I ran through again and printed the rose pattern over the top, which I love that effect. This I just done straight away. That's quite nice. So some of these pages were a bit aged. Okay, that's just straight on top. I picked quite bold patterns because that's what I wanted. So, because I've made a couple of things as well. And that's more sort of botanical, very watercolory. But again, I really like the way that's turned out. So I might do a nice little pocket with that one, you know, like similar to this. But I might do it. I think we'll still get it just maybe a little bit shorter than that. But that's nice. And this one, yeah, I just sort of went for it. Oh, this is a freebie somewhere in one of my places. But I really like that one. I have to put that on the Ko-fi site, so it's in, because that is quite popular freebie, that one, and I really like it. That turned out nice. So this one was printed first, and then I overlaid it with that one, so there's still bits of the other pattern in that as well, which I like. This is more sort of, I'm not sure, it looks like William Morris, but I'm not sure. But again, that's been printed first, and then I ran through again, print over the top, and same there. It's got pink background pattern, and then that over the top, then a couple of those in case I wanted to make something. I put that one together with that. So this one must have been a plain book page, but fine. I didn't sort of look, if you know what I mean. I just literally just ran it through wherever it was. Yeah, so it's got a picture on, but it might come in handy, that one. This one's sort of quite botanical, a bit Christmassy, that one. I think it's like the Christmas rose, is it? That one? Oh no, that's blackberries. That blackberry flower, I think. So that looks like blackberry leaf. That was a map in the background of that one. And I printed, that was a green pattern with a white background, and then printed the flower on the top. I really like that one. Another botanical one. Like all those. They're lovely. So yeah, I was just playing around, and this one, just been a plain page, yeah. Pattern first, and then blue pattern overlay. Those are in my, on Etsy, that pattern. Because I took it off of that folder. I think it's the background pages, and it's the blue one. And they're, you know, I did take a lot of the pages from kits, but then there was a bonus, and I put these blue ones in. So that's that one. That turned out really lovely. That was so. What did I do? Okay, yeah, look at the colour of those. Let's see. That's nice. Turned out really good. So I just wanted to play, you know, some book pages, and I was on my computer, so I thought, that day I just sort of just printed a few things. I did make these up very quickly. I thought, yeah, I'll tell you what I did. That was from the book pages. I made the dangles from the book pages, which are here, which I've recently done a video on that. So if you look in my playlist, 100-day challenge, which will be down below, then I made some of these little jewelry bits. They turned out really well, and I did put UV resin on them. Okay, so what I done one side, done it right, and when I done the front, I just brushed a little bit on the sides, and then done the front. So a little bit fiddlier, but I've done it and they look cool. But I used some diamond glaze on these, and I think actually that would work really well on them, because I put those, that's the paper clips, okay, ones I've done those recently as well, so I'm not doing a tutorial on that. These I've done on quite a few videos, you know, where you cut your circles out. But what I've done with those is I've got some ink coordinated, which was the blue jeans, was it what was it called, faded jeans, okay, which is working perfectly with the colour. So I cut those circles out to go in the middle, and then these were just circles cut out paper and then stuck to card, okay, like that, and then cut them out, and I resined those, okay, before I had to drill through actually on that one, those ones, because it's plastic, isn't it? And then just put a brad on those. So I've done all those, and that was like a nice little set, do you know what I mean? And then I've used those on there. So I thought, well, you could coordinate everything with just printing out that, and it's all book pages. Okay, and they could all go together, so when you use them they will coordinate. Oh, I did do something on the inside of that. I think I used a bit that was left on there, just made a little tag there. Okay, so that's worked quite well. And I'd got some writing there, so I put tape over that, so I like that. So I'm going to do another one today. Might do another pattern. I won't do all the bits and pieces, but I will do that off camera. Okay, but I'll make one of these, which is simple, and I think I've already done one of those, but it's just a coin envelope. It's there, and then this is one of them. There's nothing in here. Very, very easy. Folded over envelopes. Nothing in this one. There we go. And I backed that one with a bit of my collage papers. Yeah. But again, it could be just reinforced it with book pages. Doesn't have to be that. So there we go. And that will sit in a journal nicely. Okay, put something in it. So that's the two I've done. I might do the envelope. Is easy, just fold it over. That's the, you know, that's so easy, those ones. So I won't do that, but I'll put all these together, and then we'll get on with something else. Okay, right, so I've chosen the blue one because I've got blue bits, because I don't really want to make any up, but I sort of went so that, a minute, I'll find the middle, there, all right, and slightly go over on one of them, or up to the line on one of them, which is about there, yeah, and then, so we can get the width. It's only a very small overlap I done, okay, and I just do that, okay, and then I score. All right, so that's going to be scored there. Got to be careful with paper, mine, don't press too hard. Okay, yep, and then this one is at 5. Yeah. Okay. Then I will do the bottom. Okay, you do that about 3/8 of an inch if you want a nice tall pocket. Oh. Too far away. Can't actually see what I'm doing back there, but right, okay, but you can stitch them, okay, not a problem. Right, and what I've done here, yeah, that'll go over there, is I sort of done it so that I could fold this in, and then that could be inside. All right, so I'll fold that over there. Make a mark. It's usually about 2 inches, I think. I'll do it that way because that's not straight that side. Right, that can level up when we straighten it out. Right, where are we? I've made the crease. Sorry, folks, I've made the crease the other side. That was all. Right there. 1.5. There we go. So, might be different to the other one because I can't remember. But I'm doing this one 1.5, all right? Then I do 1.5 again, so that will make that 3. All right? And I fold that bit over so you can create. Okay. Again, be careful because they're a bit fragile. But that's all the lines done. Okay, then you just cut it out. I do miss my small one. That's up in the house. So I use that for something else in the house. It was quite handy getting my little small one in working. Right, let's sort this out first. So we only need this bit down here, so we miter off there, and I miter off just a little bit. Okay, just so there's a bit of slant there, and then I'll come in from the outside, but just a little bit away from that. Okay, go to that join there, and then miter off. If you want to stitch it, you don't need to do this. Okay. That's that, and the same here. So there's the score line. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just coming in from that and going up to that. There. All right, you can see. Don't know whether you can, but just a millimetre. And then come off there, and the same with this. Usually come inside on that score line, just a neat edge, and then again a little tiny miter. Okay, and these are the bits I used on the other thing. Okay. That folds over, okay, and if you want to ink up these edges here, you do that now. It's just easier, but half the time I forget, so you learn to do it after as well. And I do like to just ink up in here. There. So this is actually going to be folded over. That there. Okay. And that should top, but I'm going to shape that a bit, so I'm going to corner around that. And then glue that down. So look, see which one looks better. I like it that way. I'm going to, there's a little bit of a overlap there, so I'm going to do this edge as well. Sometimes I only do a little tiny bit, so, and I'll put that there. Put that there. They're so easy to make, really. Your page might be slightly shorter, you know, so you can't do this, so all right, but that's why it's best to always do 2 of these, or okay. I'm not sticking that down yet because I'm going to put the brad in first, which I didn't on the other one, so it shows, but you might as well, and you won't see any of it. Okay. That's that. Okay, I have no idea what the middle of that one is, but it's 3 1/4, so 1.5 plus 1, which is, I would say, about there. So I'm just going to come down a little bit. Okay, go through quite easy. Right, I put a little bit of tape over mine, and it just secures it from coming out. It could have come down just a little bit more on that mitre, yeah. So it's just easier to get things in. All right, this is only a little bit. I could just come round down a little bit more, but I can't now because I've already done it in, but already glued. And then ink around the edges. Okay, a little bit of jute string, which I have a bit of jute here, okay, because these are finer. Jute string is quite thick and got about 18 inches, 20 inches there. Big piece, and then I fray it off, yeah. I do it quite square, and then in the end you get the other bits as well on the other side, you see, so. Yeah, I quite like leaving that. Actually, what I'll do, I'll get one that's already decorated. Because, like I said, I've got another video on those. That's there, and then goes round. If you want it a couple of times. Yeah. And then I'll put this on. You can have another little dangle from the bottom as well if you want. And then I'll knot that. And it's quite handy if you sometimes put a bit of glue on that knot, yeah, so it doesn't move. Depends what you've used here. This tends to stay put, but doing it back to front for some reason. It feels a bit odd. I'm going around the wrong way. I could have done with turning it around. And okay. And then trim that off. Okay. And you can go around again if you want. Put it up. I've done that too tight now. For some reason. Yeah, it's too many times. Let's have a look. There we go, that's that. Then we'll make something for the inside. Okay, and I'll use one of these. I think I'll use that one. So I do need to straighten that up. I'm going to take the top off. So, another book page. I've got. Okay. Yeah, that will go. That will work, I think. Okay. Will that work? Both ways. Okay, I'm going to go sideways. I think I've done it about, no idea what size I've done it. So I would do that at 3 across, because that's 3 1/4. That gives you a bit, if you want to stitch around, yeah, then that'll give you a little bit of space, yeah. So about 3. So do that. And then what I'm going to do here, just fold this bit over to join that. And that'll be the same weight. Just add a bit of overhang. Right. Okay, that's fine. I am going to take a tiny weeny bit off the sides because it's a good fit where I prefer it if it's just a little bit under. Yeah, so it's not too difficult to get in. That's what I find. It's like, oh, fiddling around. Okay. Yep, that's great. All right, so I'm going to ink up first and put some lime paper on the back. Oh, what am I using? I don't want that one actually. I prefer Vintage Photo. I only use that one if I need some more depth around the outside, but I prefer this colour. Put that there. Isn't it? And then get a little ticket, get something that you want. You know, I'm going to use the same one because I know it works beautifully. Okay. These tickets were from the latest freebie I've got on Ko-fi, so. And I'm going to get a little bit more gesso. Do my finger painting. We'll blend with the ink underneath. Okay, a bit. Because that is water-based. So I'm just toning that down a little bit more. And a bit here. I'm leaving some of the text, so. Never mind. Give that a quick dry. Then put that around there. Then I added a little bit in other places on the zigzag. Okay, because I quite like that. Okay, quite like leaving that. Right. Do we? Just put something down here. The other one, I'll put a little bit of I'm going to actually, looks all right to me. So I'll use that up. Okay, gesso if you wanted to, just a little bit. Talking about brutes. Enormous brutes. Oh, do we want that on our journey? No, we do not. Okay. So before I put this in, I'm going to stitch around that there because these are very fragile, and stitch around that, but that's definitely going to fit in. Okay, so it's going to come to about there, I expect. And what I'll do is put a tiny little bit of like this on the top, where that's sort of where you can get hold of it. Yeah. And also cover there. Let me just do that. It just helps when you put your fingers in. I mean, we could put the circle punch on there. Actually, I might do that. That might work, mightn't it? What have we got here? Oh, it's far too small. Let's do the inch one. There we go. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, right, I'll go and stitch around mine a minute. Okay, so that's all stitched around. I did add a little tiny bit more stitching down there because I felt that was right. Okay, and then hopefully that's okay, and stitched around the envelope as well. There we go. And that sits in there, and then that lets somebody know really there's something in there. Yep. Okay. Yep. And then you can put another dangle on the bottom there if you so wish. Okay, well that's that one. All right. And all that all coordinates with that colour, so really like those. Right, okay, I'll put that in a minute.